Hello and welcome to Dotto Tech. Today we are going to look at the perfect computer. Yes, there is such a thing, at least from a student's perspective. Now, what do students look for in a computer? It's got to be something they can use to obviously get their schoolwork done, writing documents, researching papers. But it also needs to act as an entertainment platform and as a social tool. It needs to be reliable, should keep your work safe, and it needs to work in any environment. Does such a thing exist? What is this wonder machine? Why? It's the MacBook, of course. I love the black version, this 13-inch MacBook. Now, why, in my opinion, is the Mac such a perfect tool for students? Well, first up, it contains all of the iLife applications, and that puts the MacBook at the heart of your digital lifestyle. And it's a workhorse. The Mac is the only computer that can run every application, regardless whether it's designed for Windows or Mac, because you can set it up to boot in both Windows or Mac, or you can run Windows in emulation mode. So there really is nothing that this MacBook can't do. Let's have a look at it from the outside, working our way in. Now, they say that the devil is in the details, and it is in the details, in the little things, that the Mac really stands out. Case in point is the power supply. When you plug your power supply into most notebook computers, if somebody was to walk by your desk and kick the power supply, one of three things would happen, all of which were bad. Either your notebook would fly onto the floor and crash, or the power supply would break, or a piece of your computer would break and follow it with the power supply. Not with the MacBook. They have a magnetic power adapter. It's a tiny little magnet that holds it in place, and if somebody comes along and bumps it, it just pops right out. No problem at all. It's very thin and portable, 1.08 inches thick, and it only weighs 5 pounds. It's got a very durable polycarbonate shell, and the screen is 13-inch widescreen format. It's got 1280 by 800 pixels in resolution, so it's perfect for doing things like watching a movie or, of course, doing your schoolwork. Now, the keyboard is very nicely designed. It's got a nice touch. The keys are nicely spaced, so it's very comfortable to type on. But notice how flush the keys sit to the body of the notebook. This is important because with a lot of notebooks, the keys sit proud from the notebook itself, and so quite often they get bumped and knocked off. So you see a lot of computers being carried around with keys missing. It looks like hockey players that are missing their chiclets. That's not going to happen with a MacBook. Here is another very interesting design feature. The weak point of a lot of notebooks are both the actual hinging mechanism for the screen and the latching mechanism that holds the screen closed. Well, we've got a very strong and durable hinge here, but the magnetic catch as opposed to a mechanical catch means that this computer is never going to break as far as the catching and latching mechanism is concerned. Now, let's take a look at some of the different ports it has. If we look down the side here, we see all of the different ways to connect the Mac to its peripherals. It has the power supply, of course, it's got an Ethernet port, and it's got a video out port, a mini DVI, which gives us a digital video interface out, which we can also convert to a VGA interface out, so we can hook it up to either older or newer displays for doing presentations or for dual display work. It's got FireWire, USB, audio, and mic outs. As well, it has the super drive over here. Now, this is the CD DVD burner version, which has a super drive. You can also get this with something called a combo drive, which doesn't write to DVDs, but it will burn CDs and play back DVDs. But I really recommend getting the super drive version with the DVD burner in. Another feature is right here in the very top of the bezel, an iSight camera. Amazing video quality. You can video chat up to 4 people at a time, and you can also do a lot of fun things with the iSight camera. Now, inside the MacBook is Intel's Core Duo processor, blazingly fast and can handle both creative work like graphics and video and audio, as well as your normal word processing and internet access. As far as connectivity is concerned, it's got Wi-Fi built in as well as Bluetooth, so we can connect to the internet through Wi-Fi and peripherals through the Bluetooth connection. And an important consideration is battery life. The battery in this notebook will last up to 6 hours, so a student can take it in the morning from the dorm, go to all their classes, make notes, and work all day long, and still have battery life left when they get back to their dorm in the evening. Now, everything we see here is good, but it's not what makes the Mac great. What makes the Mac great is Apple's OS, Apple's operating system, and the applications that are made for it are what set the Mac apart. And these tools translate brilliantly into a student's life. It's no mystery why students love the Mac, and if you stick around, you're going to understand those mysteries for yourself.